Hey guys, this is the video where I'm showing you how I made the Santa back album. I'm showing you the fox leather that I'm going to be using. It's in the um, raspberry color, I think, and I am going to start gluing my spine and my covers to the piece of leather. So I am going to be using two pieces for each side for 1 millimeter chipboard. So in total, I'm going to have 2 millimeter cover and the spine. And because I messed my things up, I am going to shift my spine so I can use it in my sleeve. I'm going to put my glue. This is just regular glue that I'm going to spread all over my pages and glue it to my letter. As you can see, I did make sure that I have glue everywhere, and I'm just going to press with my bone folder just so I don't have any air pockets. The leather is quite sturdy, so it's really easy to work with it. And here I'm going to use my custom spacers. I'm going to use the 3 millimeter one or 1/8 of an inch if you're working in inches to measure my spine. so I can touch it evenly. Here you can see me cutting up my seam allowance. I am making sure to have cut them as like close to each other as I can. I'm using it like 1 centimeter or a quarter of an inch, somewhere like that, and I'm cutting it so I can bend it easier. If you're using paper, you don't need to cover your edges, you just glue the front and the back. But if you're using fabric or leather or something, you have to turn the seams inside and glue them very, very well. So I am using my pliers to turn over my seam allowance and to glue them down. And at some point, my camera ran out of battery, so you will see how I clip everything and how I glue it. This is the first way you can do it, and the back side I cut it another way, and you'll see that too in a bit. Here you can see the second method that I used to cut. I did it like those triangle shapes, and I'm using my clips to clip those ears that are pointing, so that's my allowance. I'm just putting glue on 3 to 4 and I'm clipping them so they can catch up. And I'm doing this all over, like from one side to the other.
Hi guys, so my bag, Santa's bag, is all dry. Everything is good. I have to put some glue here, but yeah, this is how it looks, front and back. I'll put ribbon and decorations in a bit. And you have this bow. I took it from 2mm chipboard. Like I stacked two pieces from 1mm and I glued it to this a velvet like material. It's a really pretty green. I glued it and I cut my seams or allowances, and I went to my cameo and cut another one that I'm gonna glue on the back side. And yeah, this is what I'm going to show you, how to dress this up. You can also go and distress the edges and just paint it, or just glue paper, like cut a piece of paper and put it here. But since I'm dressing this up, I really wanted to use this. It's really soft, it's like velvet. Really good. It's book binding velvet quote or something. It's really good. And the raspberry, I think it was raspberry leather, faux leather, it's so pretty. Like, this combo is just gorgeous. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do now. So I'm gonna stick firstly the corners, and I'm gonna get my tweezers for this part. Oh, it sticks so easy. So good. Just gonna go like this. Getting the big pieces. Yeah, I'm gonna put this. I'm going to put this piece and press, and this piece goes now it down, and wrap it up with those two pieces. If I get some glue, and wrap those two pieces like that. Corners are the corners are a little tricky, but we have the first one. So now I'm going to place a little more, and I'm going to do the next parts. This is a little bit too much glue, so I'm going to spread it. And again, I'm going to start with this top corners here. I'm just pressing with my tweezers, and then I'm going to pull this and push. It catches really quickly. There is paper on the back side, and it's like really soft, and the glue just magical to work with. And again, if you're using paper, you can skip those steps. Just distress it and just distress it. Glue your paper on top. Do not worry about the sides, and you can use whatever kind of fabric you have. And this thing I didn't cut it, so I'm going to notch it just a tiny little bit, and turn it around. There we have our second piece of the bow. So pretty. I'm in love with this green. Just it's dark green, really dark forest green. So lovely. So for this part here, I'm just going to go ahead and press it, so it's easier for me to take my glue. And I did wait for this to dry, just so I can bend it easier. And I'm going to put it here on the edge, the corners, and the other side. Get my tweezers and spread this here, clean them up, and again spread this to the edge. I'm not worried that I don't have glue on the edge, because when I push, the glue is spread to the edge. I have this will take it, and I'll take this corner, and then I'm going to go ahead from the front, just bend, drag my tweezers really widely across. Like I don't want to push because I'm gonna leave marks, so really widely. Then I'm gonna use my fingers too and the bone folder to push this. As I said, if glue comes out. So, and I'm not too worried about this because I'll cover it. I should have maybe cut it more. No, I'm not. Just gonna cut it here, so it's like this and like this. Yeah, perfect. And we're gonna do the middle and the other side. Push, and then push here. And this part is gonna go on top and cover everything. And I want my bowl to be detachable, so I'll put a magnet right before I glue the second piece. So I'll get my two magnets. I'll finish gluing this and then I'll attach the piece. So my magnet is dry. I've cut my cover page from cardstock. This gorgeous red. I think it was 280 GSM. I might be wrong, but yeah, it's the size of the cover, so I can like cover everything, all my seams. Do be mindful of the way you cut it. You need one on the left side and one on the right side, so they should be mirrored. So I put a fabric piece on my spine, and these are my covers. I'll make the spine first and then I'll glue these covers. And I also did, oh yeah, my camera did cut off, but I finished attaching everything here, gluing it down, and I glued my magnet. I glued my second magnet on the cover, and I glued my second piece of ribbon, and it's like that. And like my magnets are pretty strong, so it will stay. So the next thing I did, I cut all of my pages, and I want my pages to be like candy, so it's like red and white. The paper collection that I'm going to be using is the Classic Christmas by Scrapbooky. You can find her here, and this is her newest Christmas collection. It's really pretty. Here is the Classic Christmas by Scrapbooky. You can find her here on scrapbooky.net. And yeah, it's like really pretty paper. I love those designs, like so cute. Yeah, like those images are, the cake is just killing it. We have catapults, and like for the next project I'm going to be using the Quirky Christmas. Also really beautiful. So yeah, I'm going to be, for the back, I'm going to be using one back from the Classic Christmas. I did cut it on my Cameo, and I arranged my pages so I can just like go ahead and glue them down afterwards. So this is ready, and I'm gonna ahead and cut all of my strips, tags, frames, and every little element that came in the collection. I've gone ahead and cut those, and I made a template from the bottom of the bag. So like this, and I tempered for a pocket because I do like pockets. You can fit a lot more in the pockets, so I'll have pockets too. It's like front and the back, so I'm going to be using that too. And I'll go ahead and cut my piece of cardstock for the spine, and I'm going to switch the camera back on to show you the measurements and how we're going to score and attach this, and later attach the pages so we can glue the end pages. So I'll go and cut my piece and I'll be right back. I have a piece of like 4.8 centimeters by 21, but you can do it like 23 if you want to. So I've left 1.5 here, so if you want more, you do it longer, like 23 centimeters, and you have like 2 centimeters or more on each side. So I scored every 1 centimeter. I scored it all the way, and then I do skip the first one, but second one is a valley fold, third one is a mountain, fourth and five are valleys, so like that. Sixth is a mountain, and again you go like this, 2 valleys, 1 mountain, all the way up, and you don't fold the last one. That's, you have to have this kind of pattern like that. And only the first and the last score ones we don't bend, because they are for me to kind of know where my spine ends. So basically this one is going to come here, so I know where my spine ends. It's easier to position the whole thing. And if you, yeah, I'll have to glue it. If you glue that piece, there we go, you'll see that last one goes to the end of the spine piece. I'm going to go ahead and put, let me put this away. I'm gonna go ahead and use glue to glue my spine, my hinges, where I'll attach. I'm gonna scrunch the glue. I'm gonna get my trusty pins. I do use glue only on the mountain folds. I'm gonna clip this, and you'll get your regular spine. This is the last one. now I'm going to touch my spine. But firstly, I do have some scraps that I'm going to use. This is a okay, there it is. This is a typhon strip. It's it's what it's called by us. It's a typhon or a mesh, a bookbinding mesh that normally you use to straighten the spines of the books with the hardcovers, but we discovered that this is actually really strong and it helps to prevent our cardstock from uh, breaking down. So I'm going to just measure and cut slightly under. And I'm going to do, I think 2 strips will be enough. Yeah, I'm going to do 2 strips. Just I'm going to hold it like that. Add your glue, not too much. Yeah, spread it. Add your glue, and before I spray it with the spatula, I'm just going to put my mesh and the other piece. Then I'm gently going to tap this. Come on. Make it. Sometimes it helps to have more than 2 hands. So I'm gonna move this and we're gonna try again. This is gonna be messy. It just straightens the spine, so we don't have the cardstock breakage. There we go. And I'll put more glue and just flip that and center it here. A generous amount of glue, and now I'm just going to look it and try to center my score lines. And like that. I'm going to do is press. Just going to turn this around. And as you can see, I'm pressing and my spine is not breaking. Like the mesh is really helping me for that spine to go down. So I don't want to bend those yet. I want to wait a little bit more for it to dry. But here you can see it's like I don't have a breakage here, and it's really into the groove there. And you can wipe your excess glue now. Gonna press it a little bit more, and then I'll go ahead and like pass it like that. Then again here. This is really a game changer. Like, this is not moving anywhere. So I'm going to let it dry for a bit. I'm gonna use my clips again to clip the end part where this has to bend because I don't want it to go up and not catch like this. So like that. I want this part to be able to catch really good. So that's why I'm using my clips to hold it so it doesn't go up. And I'm probably gonna do the rest and leave it to dry. So here and there we go. I'm gonna leave that to dry for a bit, and I think now we have to glue around the pages first. So yeah, I'll glue those when this dries, and then I can go ahead and attach those pages, but I won't glue them yet. So it's two parts. You can do it. You can do them the same color. I just want that candy cane vibe, so I want one with red. And basically, we're gonna start from the end. You're gonna align your bottom, and I'll show you in a minute. But we're going to align the bottom, and then pick up the spine, glue one side, and then we're going to glue the other side. As we leave the top open, like we will leave this part open, so we have a pocket here. And after that, we will glue the pattern papers, the belly bands, and the pockets. So this is it for now. See you in a bit. So these are my pages, and I've got my pattern paper. So yeah, I'm going to put this away. I've glued all my pages down, so this is the last one that I have to glue. And for some unknown reason to me, for some reason my cameo decided that it won't cut how I wanted to cut, so just have to trim this by hand. So I attached the first page, but I'll show you how to do it. This is going to be the pages. This is how it's going to be attached, and we'll have a pocket here on the upper part. Here we'll have a pocket. So you have to follow your cover. So for me, my right side is on top, and I have to look out for these two rows here. So this is the correct way for my pages. If you're using one color cardstock, be careful so you don't flip them like that. It won't align. So I'm going to put glue from here all the way here up until here. In this part, I'm going to leave it open like that. So this part I leave it open so I can attach it to the spine, and I'll put glue up to the end so we have this pocket here. So now I'm going to move this away, and I have to pull glue on this part here. So from the top all the way to the bottom, and I'm going to stop right about this curve here. So yeah, I'm going to smoosh this a little bit. I do like to have like around 1/8 of an inch glue, but you can also use tape, but I'm not a fan of the tape, so I do prefer my glue, and I have a bit of wiggly room to move. I'm going to try to align this as best as I can. There we go. This part I'm going to trim. As I said, my camera decided to cut the two types of cardstock differently. No idea why. It happens sometimes. That's that, that's that. So this is all good. So as you can see, I have this part open. So now I've prepped all my pages with all of my pattern paper. What I'm gonna do now is attach my pattern paper, because whatever I put, I'll put it on top of the pages. So like this pocket, it will be like maybe here, because we have this background pattern, and it will be maybe like that with a different piece. Or I do have like a lot of cutouts, and I do have these pieces that I can use. They'll also make a really cute pocket. Like if you want this here, you can cut the pocket. It will look good too. I will have this Santa here. We have these. I can also do belly bands, which will be cute. Like I can do this like a belly band. So we'll see what we'll cut from these pieces. So right now I want to go ahead and attach my patterns to my page base. Like, and I said, we are not going to glue this part here. This will be left open as a pocket, and we'll be gluing this part to the spine. So I'll go ahead and attach my paper, designer's paper, pattern paper, and I'll come back and show you how to attach the pages to the spine. Okay, back. Here are my papers. Everything is glued down. I arranged them however I want my designs to be. Yeah, love this Santa. So now we're going to attach them. So as you can see, I've attached my page, but I'm going to show you how I did it. So now basically I'm gonna put glue on. I'm gonna put it on the red part so you can see. So basically where I stopped up to until this corner here. As I said, I put around 1/8 of an inch glue. I'm just gonna, and since I can't reach with the bottle, I'm just gonna smudge. Smudge this like that. Okay, I'm gonna move this away. So here's my glue. I'll wipe this extra. So here is the glue. I put it on the red part so you can see. So how do I attach my pages? I get my spine up and I snuggle the page in, and I make sure the page is aligned with this edge, so they have to be aligned. And I push, I hold this spine and I push the page and just clap it. And do it like that up to the edge. You can just come back and smoosh. There we go. And when you put this, your pages should not go past your bottom part, and they should not be sticking out. And here we go. As you can see, my first page. Quite out. Why did you move? No. So basically, yeah. Yep, just like that. And if you put this up, this should be pretty good. Oh, this part doesn't have gold. Just gonna put a tiny bit. That's a bit too much. Just like that. So you have to put glue on both sides. And this is the next one. I'm gonna put glue on the edge. And on this side too, from the bottom part. So I have glue on the spine. Smoosh, smoosh. Wipe the X. And now I can just go ahead and get this up. Let me rotate. This is very hard. So I'm holding this like sprite here. I'm gonna wind this edge and I'm gonna find the correct spine piece. I'm gonna wind this, push and close. And like that. It's still wet. I don't want to move it too much. Like normally I will wait in between every page so it has time to dry and not move. But yeah, those have to dry a little bit more. Especially the last one. To make sure my page is quite pushed. And there you go. You have gorgeous pages. Or what you can do, but maybe I will do it. Yeah, maybe I'll just flatten this edge here so you have like a flat spine. Yeah, maybe. So I'm going to go and wait for this to dry and then attach the rest of the pages and I'll show the final result.